Every wide receiver in the NFL wants to be a top target, and two players will be trying to be that today. It's Green's Bengals going up against Browns Steelers. So let's get you up to the Steel City. Standing by in Pittsburgh, here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. Coming up, it's a rematch from last year's AFC wildcard round between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
No gain on the play there, second down. First drive for this offense today, and our first chance to get a look at Tyler Eifert.
And he's part of the new wave of tight ends in the NFL. They use them in every position, sometimes even by themselves as a wide receiver.
Second down, Dalton. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. And the starting defensive unit here for Pittsburgh.
Ryan Shazier ran so fast at his combine that many people thought someone actually ran for him. He's a linebacker who ran sub 4.4, and he uses that speed to make plays all over the field.
And Dalton to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they get 14 yards there and a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Let's just go ahead and state the obvious. You're going to want a big game out of that guy. Big-time run to get things started, but even more importantly, coming in on the road, trying to silence the crowd, take them out of it a little bit, slow down the emotions of the game, and get yourselves under control and feel like, yeah, we're going to be okay on the road.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Dalton throwing on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Third down from the gun, Dalton. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return will stop right around the 25. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Double tight, double tight. Check three. Set, like 80.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll maybe get it back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that. Vincent Ray, the linebacker, in on the tackle. Offensive starters time. Electric is certainly a word that comes to mind when you talk about Le'Veon Bell.
Love the way that he reshaped his body coming out of college. A bigger, thicker runner while he was at Michigan State. Lost weight, became more of a whippet in the NFL, and now no one can tackle the guy, whether he's running it or catching it.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
There's no doubt about it. That's just one of the best connections in the league. Big Ben, throwing it to Antonio Brown. And Antonio Brown has turned himself into such a player. A low-round draft pick, but you can't beat his determination or work ethic. And Big Ben welcomes that.
And Big Ben won a Super Bowl at 23, youngest ever to do so, has never looked back. And it's complete to Ladarius Green. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
So 2nd and 10 here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Let's go now. Check. Fresno.
And the back goes into motion. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too. Well, partner, they might want to tear up their scouting reports a little bit here because they just broke tendency. 3rd down, you don't ordinarily see a toss. They ran it really well and picked up a 1st down. I love the way the edges were sealed, which allowed him to get to the corner.
Let's go now.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That play was well covered, just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
Easy. Check 99. Blue 30.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
On the right side, caught by Green. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. Underneath here to Hill. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. A good pickup there, a 22.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. It's the first-round pick, Artie Burns. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it
over.
over. Right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover, and wow, now we've got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
He sets to fire deep. He's got a man complete. A big play that time for Pittsburgh, and even 40 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there. And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
To throw here, Roethlisberger being chased out left toward the sideline, and look at that catch, dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Here we go. Black 80.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got his tight end. It's Green for the Steeler touchdown. Ladarius Green, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say that great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Passing again. Dalton on 2nd and 10. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game. The Steelers insert their nickel defense on 3rd down.
Yeah, they add a DB. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
2nd and 10. Dalton once more. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Here's Dalton. And he comes back with one complete. 15 yards through the air and a first down. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that first down pass.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On design run for their wideout. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for it.
Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything?
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains. Dalton, 1st and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. They'll come out in the pistol. Dalton. Green with a catch left side. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 18 yards on that one. And they're going to have a third down. Still in search of the first down after that last completion. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Brandon Fields to kick this one away. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
2nd and very short here, less than a yard. Shift together here from the D-line. Roethlisberger over the middle here to Coates. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And they'll run it here. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Check hot route. Corner. Check. All right, here we go. Right there. Black 5. Alert. Check 31. Jack 16. Check safety.
Now Ben on third and long. Man open left side is Brown. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. Fourth down.
Good job, D. Good job.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this.
Nice play, baby. Nice play.
And Boswell's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front seven. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And I think he was able to get back on it. He was. So they will get the ball after all, but that could have been a disaster. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And that's caught inside the 30. These guys told us, these guys being the coaches, they wanted to really stretch the field, get the ball down deep. They were able to do that here.
And you know when you stretch the field, you often leave guys in one-on-one situations, and that allows your better athletes to go up and get the football. I love the preparation that they put into this. They made it a problem.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The former Buckeye Cameron Hayward in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Dalton throwing on second down. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. Dalton now to pass. Hard throw, incomplete. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Double tight. Four down. Black 80.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Love the run right there, and when you analyzed him coming out of college, when you tried to put a grade on him, you saw the flashes while he was in school, but you didn't see the full production. You didn't see the finished product. He's a little bit raw, but you can see why people liked it. Those types of runs make you think there's plenty more there. And
now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So this brings up a 2nd and 2. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Flushed out right. And avoids the contact. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And to give this time to the tailback. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. George Iloka, the one that comes up to make the tackle.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
So 3rd and medium here, 3rd and 5.
Watch left. Tight end to the left. Tight end left.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Here's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Attaboy, baby. Not today, baby, not today.
7 yards remaining here on 3rd down.
Double tight, double tight.
Play action. Now Roethlisberger. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. It's the first-round pick, William Jackson III. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of...
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals have got it back to a one-score game. And that'll make it 13-7. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12.
All right, here we go. 51's the Mike. Here's Mike. Watch twist. Here we go, here we go. Motion, motion, motion.
On second down, Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So a big sack on second down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for third.
Come on, let's go. What? 90. We got 3.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Perry Riley. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The Bengals getting set to go. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. That is caught inside the 5. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up first and goal.
Zebra.
From the 2-yard line now, it's first and goal. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Bengals draw even, and of course they can take the lead if they hit the extra point. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, and as we saw in week 1, the new rule, this one coming out to the 25-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Brown, the lone receiver, left. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down.
Come on, let's go.
Back to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And some room to work. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And it's caught over the middle by the tight end, Green. A gain of 6 there on first.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
Come on, let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. So just 1 yard to go here on 3rd down. They come up in an offset eye.
Flex round. Turn it up.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 3 yards there. Good enough to keep the drive moving.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Come on, let's go.
Back to throw now on first down. buying time to his left. And he's going to have to, and he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
A reverse is never called just to get 1 or 2 yards. It's often called to get a big play. The defense was having none of it on that one. They sniffed it out and stuffed it.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, here to Coates. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
Well, there really wasn't much there, but a completion is a completion. A tough third down awaits them.
Single. Hey, number 8's coming, number 8's coming. Come on, let's go. What, 90?
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Out of the gun now on third down. He finds Coates complete. They needed 14. They got 15 here on third down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Back now in Pittsburgh. Oh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Come on, let's go. Mike 51, Mike 51. Let's round. Under 10.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield.
Check.
They're going to look to throw. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So a big play now as the Steelers will go for 2.
Here we go. Watch 84.
Now a handoff looking right. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
but it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Andy Dalton. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vontaze Burfict in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016.
Flex round! Flex round! Come on!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got time. Going up top. And this will be caught at the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Martavis Bryant, 88 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And some room to roam now. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Their dangerous wide receiver with what will be called a 107-yard return. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. Novak is on to attempt the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Adam Jones. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And out now, here come the Bengals. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. His third touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Wide 20. Wide 20.
Here's Dalton to throw for it. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Green's got it over the middle. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And after a nice gain, they don't need the penalty. They'll decline it, take the ball where the play resulted.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Adam Jones, the longtime NFL corner, able to get him down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the line. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Paul McRoberts with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And they're able to up the lead by one more. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45.
Now, I can't imagine any celebrations being any bigger than your first NFL touchdown. And this rookie running back is still seeking his. He's not going to get it on that play.
Double tight, double tight. You got 3 down.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and that'll be good for a Pittsburgh first. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Flex round. Here we go. Ohio. Sponge. No. Flex round.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Bryant with a catch right side. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 14 there. And the Steelers are going to have a first down.
Double tight. Let's go. Brad 38. 3 down. Flex round.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there. And it's good enough for a Pittsburgh first down. He'll look to throw. And it's caught over the middle by the tight end Green. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch there.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Out left side here to Bryant. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. 8 yards to go here on 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
They come out here in the eye. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Oh, what a move. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They send Green to the left on his own. So Dalton now steps away. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Fresh set of downs here.
Well, it's real easy to ascertain that in the game plan, Andy Dalton to A.J. Green was deemed vital.
And it certainly was the focal point of the defense. They just had trouble with it. Most teams do.
Well, that just tells you how good it is. These guys have grown together, you know, coming into the Bengals, getting together early, and continuing to get better. Doesn't matter what defense is put out there. They feel like they have an answer for it.
And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 14 there. And it's good enough for a Cincinnati first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Not running. Dalton wants to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Their dangerous wide receiver with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Cincinnati, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we sign off from Heinz Field.